of October, and you're watching Back Pocket coming at you live from PAX, baby, starring Gus Ronald.
Sorry. Here we go. Here he is.
Steph Dixon. Peter Burns. Special guest Scotty. Heavy Scotty. I'm your host, Nick Richardson. And today on the show, we get into a very special Pete's PAX party for WrestleDunking our way through some very live and in-person Q&As. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you what, the country, the planet, has been ravaged by cancellations for the last 2 years. But nothing could stop PAX. It's relentless. It's inevitable, and it's on, and we are very happy to be here as well. So welcome, my beloved friends, to PAX. Steph, are you happy to be back?
I am happy to be back, and I feel like really buoyed by the idea that we can still do this, we can still be here. It's kind of like a panel, you know? It's warming my heart to see everyone in the chat, and it's making me feel good that we're forging ahead in spite of all things.
And I think I think it is thanks to us as well. We are forging ahead. We put all this together.
As of like a lot of heads in boxes on numerous PAX channels over the past couple of days, just like so many webcams, so many people. Like I guess when you'd go to a PAX, you'd see a lot of people up on a panel, you'd see a lot of people in the show hall, and now it's just like every time I click on it, there's like an overlay with like 12 people this time, and I'm like, how are they doing this?
It's been thrilling. Like there have been so many like varied shows as well across 4 channels. All weekend.
Yeah, I only just found out there's a radio, or there's just an audio one or something. I saw PAX Radio. I didn't know how to find that.
I've been on PAX ASMR most of the weekend, but I haven't seen PAX Radio.
Yeah.
Is that just the sound of a convention hall and just like
just murmurings and a cough every now and then? But the cough is terrifying these days.
God, I miss coughs.
I miss not being terrified of coughs. That's what
I can't wait. I can't wait though to get back to the tabletop hall. That's my favorite. That's my favorite PAX thing. So I'm looking forward to that next year.
And occasionally you hear the murmuring, you hear the coughing, and then you just hear a scuffle as 2 people fight over a pin. And you know, we're at PAX now. We're here.
Like a polite scuffle.
Now, for those of you who don't know who we are Back Pocket. We are Australia's favourite gaming and variety show, as voted by us, the hosts of Back Pocket. We do
4 votes.
Yeah, it was a landslide victory, and we got
it. Was. But no, the thing was, it wasn't, and that makes me really question everything. Like one of us doesn't enjoy the content they make.
It was a blind ballot, so it was like, what happened?
But
it's all right, I guess.
We do a lot of video game content. Well, we attempt to do a lot of video game content. We often get tracked, which we will probably get sidetracked today. But we all have a history in television, in games for years and years and years. And then we moved online. We went, we can do this because we're funded by Patreon. We have an incredible community over at patreon.com/backpocket. I'm sure some of them are in the chat right now. I'm just going to pluck out a name at random. Toxachorg, I know you're a member of our Patreon community. Thank you very much, Toxachorg, for showing up.
I just designed their very, very cute / sexy logo recently.
It was a bit sexy. It was a bit sexy. Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, nice.
If you want to know about that, then you should be watching the show. But let's get into our show, because we don't have a lot of time. That's the main thing. Normally with Back Pocket, we could go, you know what? Screw it. We're going to talk for 3.5 hours. Not here. They're like, no, we got other more
important want a type
things.
3.
So let's get into our very first segment, a little something we call Pete's Party Time.
Pete's Party, yeah. It's Pete's Party time. Party.
Yeah. What an intro. What an intro.
Imagine not knowing anything about us and seeing that and being
That's the first thing.
You did all this nice animation work and you just whiffed it
and you hired Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan.
Pete's Party Time is a segment where we play a variety of party games, all run by Pete, our ringmaster. So Pete, what have you got planned for us today for this party time?
We're going to be playing a crowd favorite and one of the best visual Pete's Party Times. We're going to be playing Photal Recall. Presented by Jepp.
It's a Jepp thing. Ooh, I hear he bought a Jepp.
Did he?
One of
Jepp
our
thing.
aforementioned lovely patrons. Every segment on our show is sponsored by one of the patrons, and we just celebrate them. We draw logos for them, we make commercials for them, and then they get to own segments. That's what we do. To us, it makes us seem really altruistic, but in reality, it's like this is just a way to fill time. Like we just get content every show. We have a few commercials, some cool segment breaks. It's like that is just 2-3 minutes less of stimulating content that we need to come up with.
Nick, why stop revealing what's behind the curtain on this the PAX show?
No, always reveal what's behind the curtain.
So,
People need to know the truth.
People absolutely need to know the truth. You guys have your pen and paper handy, do you?
Absolutely.
Going analog.
So let me quickly run down what the game is again. In Photo Recall, Nick, Gus, and Steph must draw iconic video game characters entirely from memory. Each round, they'll be given 2 minutes to draw, and at the end of which, I'll gaze upon their work and declare a victor. It's all about me at the end of the day. It is my party.
Mhm.
The person with the most round wins at the end of the game will win the grand prize of compliments from the other contestants.
Yes.
So someone is going to receive multiple compliments today.
But they,
And
you don't
know
also they
us
need to
and more
be
specifically-
genuine.
Yeah,
And
I
who's
was gonna
genuine?
say, if you're new to the show and you don't know us, more specifically me, I need these. I need these wins. So I fight hard for this round. So.
You guys ready to get stuck into it? If
Let's
you
do
are,
it.
we'll do the old. If you guys just hide your return feeds because I don't want you getting any spoilers. I'm going to show the
We're
audience
hidden.
the characters. But
Gotcha.
our first character. Are you ready? First character is Tracer. Tracer of Overwatch. Tracer
Overwatch.
of Overwatch.
Sure.
So, for the audience, we all remember what Tracer looks like. We all remember. At a young age, Lena Oxton was accepted into Overwatch as a pilot under the call sign Tracer. Let me pull this over here, a little easier to read. Her skills made her an ideal candidate for the first pilot of the Slipstream, a fighter capable of teleportation. However, the Slipstream malfunctioned, giving Lena the world's first case of chronal disassociation, which
what
we've
about
all
that?
experienced a little bit in the last 2 years. For several months, she would vanish and reappear at random and was completely intangible. After months of research, Winston was able to design a chronal accelerator for Lena. The device not only cured the problems presented by her condition, but also allowed her to speed up, slow down, or even rewind time manually. Using these abilities, Tracer became a standard soldier for Overwatch until the organization was shut down. And I think is evil, is it not? Is Overwatch a little bit evil?
I think there's a little bit of.
I think it is now.
Yeah,
There's a bit of Shield story like in there. Yeah, that's like.
We've got a minute left, guys. How
Oh
are
my
you tracking?
god!
I can't remember what she wears on the top. I know that she.
Don't give us the rest because I need these as clues. I just know her catchphrase.
She definitely has a top. Steph was right about that.
Yeah.
There is a top
but-
half of her.
What is it? What is it? What is the
Oh,
top?
no.
Interesting. So the audience knows. The audience knows, and they know what to expect now. So they're going to be very disappointed. You got 30 seconds, Nick. You're staying a bit quiet. What's going on?
It's just panic. Huge
Okay.
panic.
You got 20 seconds. Why are you panicking? You got 20 seconds. I did also say what she wears. If you were listening, but you guys never listen to me.
No, I
This
was.
is why it's my party and no one listens to me. You got 10 seconds, guys. 10 seconds. That's heaps. Heaps of time. 5 seconds.
Oh my god.
5
I
seconds.
have
Are you ready to put
no
your pens down?
idea.
Are you ready to put your pens down?
Uh,
Yeah, okay. Put your pens down, everyone.
I'm so sorry for what I have done.
yeah, me too. I feel bad about this already.
Yeah.
All right.
I also feel like as a character, it's very like there's no like specifically identifying things like a spiky shell or
Oh man, no! You're gonna as soon as you see her, you're
You're
gonna
gonna
be like,
kick
oh yeah, there's
yourself.
like 8 things that are like
damn.
very
Oh,
Tracer.
damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see yours
because-
first, Steph, because we know yours is going to be a shocker.
Yeah.
And of
That's
course,
good.
this is what Tracer looks like. You kind of nailed it.
That's good.
I remember the
amazing.
goggles and I remember the hat, but I can't remember anything else. I remember she has a
I mean,
not
you
the hat, the hair.
The hair.
Yeah,
the,
right.
The whiff of hair.
Oh, sorry, I'm putting them wrong.
No, that's good. I mean, that's really good.
That's so
That's
solid, Steph.
I look at that and that's Tracer to me. Yeah,
Okay.
you've done
For
well.
sure.
Would
Gussie.
anyone look at this and know that it was Tracer if I
I
hadn't?
totally would. I totally
Yeah.
would.
I mean, I would
Yeah.
go. First, I
It's
would
that
go
or-
for futuristic court jester, but then I would.
Yeah. It's like a little bit Sly Cooper.
Yeah.
All right, Gus, let's do it.
It went weird. I don't know. She's like, hello.
Oh, you can't just put a Union Jack in and go like, oh, that's
totally
she's
can.
British.
She's
Her eyes
British.
are
She
huge.
is. Well, I remember she wore goggles. And then when I did the eyes, I was like, I'll just give her pupils. And suddenly she's got massive eyes.
It's like Tracer's had some kind of bender and it's still going the next morning.
I've been down the pub, I have.
I'm actually nervous about how quiet Nick has been.
Yeah,
Usually he's like he's slightly confident in how bad, but at least like a triumph of design or idea his drawings are. So Nick, let's see your Overwatch Tracer.
Okay, so I took my time to draw two pictures.
Oh my god.
The first is the aborted attempt at Tracer.
Oh no!
You've got
Swap
colours.
over the other side.
Enjoy.
Swap over just
Other
over the other
side?
side. Yeah.
Enjoy that. So that's
The colours are right.
That's the Tracer that we all know and love.
Yeah.
And then I went, well, she looks a bit more like a Nickelodeon character or something. So then I just went with more abstract. That's her when she's just gone. And she's just going,
Yeah. That's the presence that she has left behind.
it's the spirit of Tracer. But I do want to remind you that that's the spirit of whatever the hell this is.
I do.
Look at the hands. There's something massive.
I know.
Something has gone wrong. She got two elbows.
Gus and Steph, can you bring your tracers back up for me to see again? Just because obviously I need to decide the winner. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Nick.
Nick's got
For page 2. Page 2.
Oh, good, thank God.
I'm pretending page 1 doesn't exist. An abstract idea was very well executed. The colours
I think
are
that's
right.
Nick's worked that out over playing this game in the past. It's like if he can come up with the funny abstract concept and win it off that, that makes up for using his kid's crayon. So
It's a mood.
That's right.
It's a mood. He captures a mood.
That's true.
All right, hit me up.
Hide your feeds again. We're going to go for round 2.
Yep.
Round. All good.
Yeah.
Multifish said it's literally animated, which is true. It's 2-frame animation.
Perfect.
Okay.
Round 2 of Photo Recall is Earthworm Jim.
Oh,
Earthworm Jim.
I don't know who that is.
For most of his, he's a worm.
Jim. He's a worm.
He's a worm hero. For most of his life, Jim was an ordinary earthworm engaging in normal worm activities, such as eating dirt, crawling, fleeing from hungry birds, until one day a fearsome bounty hunter named Cy Crow was en route to deliver the, and if you're paying attention, this could help, ultra-high-tech, indestructible super space cyber suit to Queen Slug for a butt. But got in a confrontation with another
I miss the
spaceship.
90s.
Yeah, got into a confrontation with another spaceship and lost the suit out of an airlock. The suit fell to Earth, landing on a farm somewhere in southern United States, and while fleeing from a flock of hungry crows, Jim took refuge in the mysterious suit. The suit's powerful atomic particles affected Jim's wormy flesh and caused him to grow and evolve at a fantastic rate. It's said that while inside the suit, he is 5'8" and weighs 70 kilograms.
Wow. 70 kilo worm.
70 kilo worm. Now, of course, this is Earthworm Jim. This is what we want to see.
I was waiting for you to say, and here is a picture of a 70 kilo
And here's a
worm.
picture of the world's largest worm. Iconic. We got 35 seconds left.
Oh, okay.
How's everyone feeling?
I think I might have drawn this as a kid a few times.
I think I drew a
one of those
snake.
ones.
That's okay.
I think I drew a snake wearing a strange jacket.
Snakes and worms are basically the same thing. We got 18 seconds left. Nick, have you drawn a snake or a worm?
I don't know.
Well, we're going to find out in
quietly
7
confident here.
seconds. So I look forward to that. Gus is already done?
Yeah,
2 seconds, guys. Pens down.
happy with that.
Pens down. Gus is
Alright.
happy with that.
I
We're going
am,
to start
actually.
with Gus this time. We're
Sure
going to start
thing.
with Gus. Gus, show me your worm.
What the fuck?
I mean, that's spot on.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
That is
Okay.
spot on.
Come
It's
on.
like, I forgot the crisscross, and the gun is a little more ray gun than me, but I remember that face and that like suit and the head in the worm. The worm in the like big neck hole. I wanted to love this game on Super Nintendo, but I never had it. I think I only hired it. So
Obviously, I researched for this segment, but in my head, he was still a bit Rayman to me. I forgot that it was just a worm in a big suit. I thought there was like some floating components.
I think you even fell
he's-
out of the suit occasionally and like you had to crawl into it or something. It was cool.
so good, dude.
Nick, you won
very
last
much.
round. Let's see your Earthworm Jim, please.
I've drawn
So-
the concept of
Oh, hang on.
worms.
There's a spiel. There's a spiel. Yep.
Yeah, so the worm is a little a little more like a lot of poo stacked on top of one another. But there it is.
Yeah, that's not a worm.
I couldn't
don't know what that is.
I couldn't remember the face, but so I went
He's
with
Amish.
you know, like Jim's gardening and Jim's mowing and Jim's
Oh,
plumbing.
okay.
It's just Jim's video gaming, and Earthworm Jim will
you
come
put the
and play
number
video
there.
games for. Well, I put the beginning of my phone number, and then I went, "That's not a good idea to put." on. So I think it's either an advertisement for like some guy who comes over to your house and helps you play video games if you can't,
Yep.
or it's just a lot of poos stacked on top of one another.
The hat is confusing to me. I get a wizard vibe from it.
Because Jim's gardening wears a hat. Jim's
That's true.
plumbing wears a hat.
Jim's mowing, Jim's everything. He's a bearded
okay.
bloke with a hat. So,
With a hat.
yeah.
Yeah.
He wears a practical hat to protect himself from the sun because he's
What do you-
outside working all day.
What do you think that does?
That hat is like to
That's
get you closer to God. That's like
Yeah.
a 3-foot tall hat, so you can be like I'm a little closer to God.
It's, you can hide sunblock at the top.
Earthworm
So-
Gandalf
Okay.
says Pat is
I was
melting.
gonna say it's
Liter tub.
Gandalf the turd.
Yeah, good.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, Steph,
Yeah, I don't.
you don't seem confident.
I've
No,
ne-
not at all.
I don't feel like I've ever heard of Earthworm Jim, and I resent you for choosing this as a
Okay.
character.
Okay.
I have drawn a worm wearing
Very-
some kind of weird outfit.
Yep.
That's
And
like
he's-
that's Bowser's.
It's Bowser's penis.
I had Bowser on the brain.
Yep.
Bowser's like, shoulder pads.
And then
space?
and then he's just talking about space because you mentioned
Yeah.
space at some point.
It sure did, and that's what you took. You took the word space, and you're like, that generic video game setting.
But he's
That does-
What's that?
he's Earthworm Jim, and he's not confident about leaving, so he's like, space? Question
Space?
mark?
But also, if it was actually a snake, it would have like 8 S's before pace.
That's true.
Space?
Oh, that's true. But
Yeah,
I
good.
think that Steph should get points for active listening because while she was drawing, she heard you say space. Because as soon as you say the character, I stop hearing any words that come out of your mouth, and I just go into panic mode. So
Into
the
a
fact that
fugue
she's
state
like,
of just like-
she starts drawing a worm, and then she hears space, and then she's like, "Oh, there's something there I can grab onto."
Yeah.
That's how art is made, is it not? I'm going to give this round to Gus. Well done, Gus.
Well done, Gus.
Yeah, well done.
I don't even need to see him again. Let's
done.
face it.
Very happy with that.
It's bad. It's good. I said
going
it's
on the wall.
bad, but I meant it's good. Okay, hide your browsers. We're ready for round 3.
Brothers.
And round 3 is Blastoise.
What?
Blastoise.
What?
The Pokemon Blastoise.
Come on.
Oh,
No one gives a shit about Pokemon. No one knows.
Everyone
what they
cares.
look
I
like.
can't
Pokemon-
remember.
Pokemon's
Okay,
great.
okay.
Let me tell you a little about Blastoise.
I just can't remember the different evolutions of them. Like,
Blastoise, listen up, has a large blue body, cream-colored stomach. I didn't write this, but small fat arms and legs, and a
Bullshit.
large brown shell rimmed with white, featuring its water cannons. It is now noticeably bulkier than in previous evolutions, like its pre-evolved form. Obviously Wartortle and Squirtle. You guys all know what they look like, at least.
Cannot believe this.
Like its pre-evolved forms, Blastoise has a shell which covers its entire body, which it can also be withdrawn into. Blastoise, like Wartortle and Squirtle, can naturally shoot water, though not from its mouth, but from its large cannons. These cannons allow water to be shot at a much greater force, which leaves them the backing force of all water attacks. I don't know who wrote this one either, but complain to Pokemonpedia.
I don't know what do the feet look
From
like.
from the spout
What
in its
animal
shell,
is this?
Blastoise
What
can
animal
fire-
is it?
It's got a shell
like
that
a
it can
turtle.
hide in. Its former evolution is Wartortle. Blastoise can fire water bullets with amazing accuracy, able to hit a target more than 160 feet away. Imagine the kind of water cannon that would be required.
Yeah, but imagine
for
by
that.
the time the water
And
gets
that'll help you.
160 feet, it's just like a slap in the face. It's not doing anything at that distance.
That's true.
All right, guys, you got 20 seconds. If you're going to keep talking crap about my man Blastoise,
Man, Blastoise.
no one wins. No one wins. 13 seconds. You guys can do it, I believe. I can't believe you don't remember Blastoise.
But I remember Earthworm Jim.
Space?
Space. Pens down, everyone. Pens down.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh
don't like this
gosh.
Who haven't we started first with? Nick.
Nick.
Let's see it, mate. Let's see Blastoise. Pokemon suck. And then you drew what?
So,
Is that
we
a-
were looking- so
Is
what
that
I drew here...
mobile
this is-
for babies?
No, this is a chandelier that
Okay.
I know is also a Pokemon, and I drew this in protest, saying that Pokemon are dumb if a Pokemon can be a chandelier, and I shouldn't be made to draw a Blastoise.
It's a picture of protest.
It is. This is. I'm
Nick-
gonna get this. I'm
That
gonna
was,
draw this on my
uh,
stomach and walk around with no shirt on with this.
Let me just say
That
right
was
now.
that was a bold move, Nick.
It's a bold move to put the judge of this game offside as a massive
Yeah.
Let me
Pokemon.
just say
Yeah.
right now that Nick
Yeah.
is no longer in contention for victory this round. This round.
prepping those compliments.
This round.
Okay, those right.
Okay.
Gus, let's see Blastoise, mate. You know what a Blastoise is.
Yeah, I went for. I think I got semi-close. I went for a wide stance.
Oh, that's
Oh,
really
not
good. The
bad.
wide
Good.
stance.
And he's
That's
got
so
little, like
bad.
Good.
little angry little squirters on each side.
Yeah.
Missed
Yeah.
the ears. Thought he had
Yeah.
big teeth, but had the shell and the pose. I think I remember
so
the,
good.
He's got that that sort of what do they do? A sumo wrestling pose. So there you go.
Yeah, he's definitely like
That's really good.
staunch.
He's a chunky boy.
No one's
The
knocking him
pose is,
over.
I did not nail the pose.
No, 'cause
Yeah.
that
Alright, let's see your
pose,
pose.
that pose has the thigh strength to
Yeah.
withstand the water blast.
That's like
coming
his
out.
that's
can
his
shoot.
battle stance. But I would say that, you know, the way I've drawn him is also a way that he can be.
Good stand.
Good st-
And let's see that. Let's see a way that he can be.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
wow.
I mean, if
Yeah.
anything, that's more of a secure position to be in when expelling water from your shoulder cannons.
that's what I would say, you know?
He definitely did that in the anime at some point as well.
Totally.
Wait, so,
Very evil looking.
so did you know anything about Blastoise, or were you just
Yeah,
listening
yeah.
to me?
No. I've definitely, I'm familiar with the Pokemon. I just get confused about the different evolutions of them,
Yeah, right.
you know?
And if we had a 3-hour show, Peter would tell us all about them. But we don't, so we're going to move on because
Nick, please don't show that ever again. In the way that we all know this game is played, I'm giving this round to Steph. So you're all equal coming into the final round. Is everyone ready for the final round?
You
I'm very happy to
didn't say what you liked so much about mine and why you made mine win.
I'll discuss it over dinner.
I like going into the final round with everyone on equal footing. I love that about your drawing. And the final round has a little bit of extra flavor.
Ooh.
sorry, hide browser.
Oh, yeah.
Hide browser. The last round, round 4 for the victory is Mortal Kombat's Scorpion grocery shopping.
What? Okay.
That starts in now. Let me give you guys a little bit of information about Scorpion
About his shopping.
and his shopping habits. After he and his clan are exterminated, Scorpion reappears as a hell-spawned spectre, inexorably seeking revenge against those responsible for the destruction of his family and clan. As a result of Quan Chi's manipulation, he initially believes Baihan, a ninja from the rival Lin Kuei clan, and the original Sub-Zero, which we all remember, to be responsible for the massacre. So he thinks Sub-Zero did it, but it wasn't Sub-Zero. He confronts and kills Baihan at the first tournament, inadvertently spawning the undead wraith Noob Saibot, the wraith iteration of Sub-Zero. He wouldn't learn until much later that it was Kuai-chan, not Baihan, who committed the genocide, to which he responded by torturing Quan Chi in the Netherrealm in the original timeline. NetherRealm, of course, being the name of the studio that makes the video game that we're talking about, which is Mortal Kombat. Everyone, you remember Scorpion?
How much time?
You got 46 seconds. You got heaps of time. 46 seconds. That's a lot of time. Spiceman, if you guys are struggling with what Scorpion may be shopping for, Spiceman suggests that he may like cabbage.
Why?
Don't know. But I'm just giving you some things to put on the shelves. I want to see stacked shelves. I want to see them stacked. You got 22 seconds. 22 seconds. It is a lot of detail, but I gave you 2 whole minutes. All right. Who's freaking out the most? Steph looks in control.
No, I'm
8
concerned.
seconds.
I feel like I remember him wearing a hat.
Nah, you're remembering it completely the wrong character.
Yeah, okay. In that case, what I've
That's your
drawn
time. Pens down. Pens down.
could be construed as racist. So
Pens
we'll
down.
see what happens. Oh, God.
Pens down.
Okay.
Pens down. Nicholas.
This one always needs 3 minutes, Pete. It's not
Color.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's
No,
not just
I'm
a character,
sorry.
but I need to do a goddamn supermarket.
Harden up.
Come on.
I don't want
And I need this compliment, so I worked hard for this one.
I don't want to bring in another whole countdown timer clock with music attached to it. There's 2 exact minutes of music.
Damn.
How am I going to get 3 minutes of music out of the 2-minute track?
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
There's
Do you
no
have a
editing
re-
software for that.
I always
Okay.
want to know, do we have a reference picture for this when we show ours?
We do have a reference picture for this. We do have a
Okay,
reference
great.
picture for this.
Good to know, good to know.
And Gus, since you've asked so nicely, let's see the reference picture next to your picture.
Sure.
So-
So the story behind mine is that he's grocery shopping. There's not much there. It's post-pandemic, and he's trying to reach the toilet paper, and he can't get it on the top shelf. So he's saying, "Get over here!" as he reaches up to try and get the
that's
top
cool.
shelf
That's
loo
good.
roll.
That's good.
So
Nice.
there you go. A little story behind that one. Little
Damn.
story.
That's
Lovely.
totally not what I drew.
Yeah.
Is there a character that looks like mine? I don't even know. I'm pretty sure
Well, let's
there
find
is.
out.
Let's find out.
Yeah,
What do you
let's
got?
find out. Stephanie Bendixson.
That's Raiden.
Yeah, okay. You drew Raiden shopping.
You drew Raiden
Damn!
shopping.
I knew it.
Other side.
I knew it. I knew it. There's a guy.
I mean, that's a
there's one that
perfect
looks
Raiden
like
shopping,
this.
though.
That's a really good
It's so good.
It's just, it's like, even though it's Raiden, and I'm usually the one that draws the wrong character, it is literally just like what Pete asked for.
perfect.
It's like, imagine
Yeah.
that Scorpion, and it's just him shopping. Like, he's just wandering through the shops.
Yeah.
Who leaves
yeah.
NetherRealm
something
for
really
2
charming
oranges,
about
a Wheat Bix, and a bottle of milk?
How many Weet-Bix does Raiden eat?
He has 12.
Wow.
Fair enough.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
that's more than Brett Lee.
Yeah,
Brett Lee
well,
eats
I mean,
11.
you know, look at he's got to do a lot of cardio, you know, so he needs the carbs.
He does.
He does
He's
the-
got to murder people.
Yeah.
Brett Lee just like throws a ball down a pitch.
That's true.
Damn.
Nick,
If only you got the right character.
If only I got
know,
the right
I know.
character.
It's
Nick,
Chung
let's
Li
see
all over
yours.
again. Okay.
Yeah. No,
So,
I did a perfect Chun-Li. I played Street Fighter a lot more than Mortal Kombat.
That's
no,
true.
no,
That's true.
I
That's
drew.
true.
No,
I
Nick
did.
did. He
draw
did
Chung Li.
Cammy.
I drew Cammy.
Yeah.
Oh, you drew Cammy. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Here we go.
So mine, I got inspired by Gus. I have a similar vibe going on here. So it's
It's that Jim again.
so
Why has he
no,
got
that's,
that?
I
That's Jim
remember that
again.
he had a hat or a hood. I couldn't remember. He wants ice cream. He says, "Get over here!" But he doesn't just want ice cream for the shelf. He wants that kid's ice cream. So he's
Oh
just
my God.
skewered that kid and taken that kid's ice cream. That's
Nick,
how
can
he-
I just say,
Interesting.
what I love about your drawing style, particularly for this one, is you've drawn like the Babadook style, what a kid
I was about
draws,
to
the
say,
thing that's
yeah.
haunting him at night.
Yeah.
So when he takes that to the therapist, they're like,
True answer that.
is this real?
why are all your drawings men in big armor?
Yeah, and you also have kids. You're also drawing in your kid's book. So when he takes that to school and the teacher sees that, they have to
Oh
really...
yeah, they're going to
All
call
right.
you
Be
in
like,
for
something's wrong.
a special meeting and be like, "We're concerned
Definitely.
about some of the drawings your child has."
Yeah, you know what they say- you know what
Azio wrote down your name in a book today.
Totally. And the teacher would pick up the phone and say, "Nick, get over here."
Now, in the interest of getting us back on time, because we got a shorter show today,
That's right.
I'm going to declare the victor to be not Nicholas for creating Jim's shopping network, but that's great. Not Stephanie for incorrectly picking the character, but a beautiful piece of art anyway. And it goes to Gus. Congratulations, Gus.
Well
It's
done.
for this bloody worm. It's for this fantastic worm that
That's a good
surprised
worm.
me.
That's a
It's a
good
great
worm.
worm.
Thank you,
Uh,
guys. Thank you very much.
And also, everyone else knows in chat as well that Gus can't win because the losers have to give compliments to the other people, and Gus can't do that. So, Nick and Steph, can you please compliment Gus?
It's just in case I cry.
Gus, I think you have a wonderful and insightful quality to see creative opportunities in things that other people wouldn't, which is a wonderful way to create things that are like unique and original and fun. I also think you are a kind of person who brings levity to a situation because your desire to constantly communicate with people, regardless of the situation.
I got a little backhandy.
Wait.
You can still pull this back in.
Can sometimes lift me out of a funk when I'm feeling like I don't want to talk to someone, and then you start with one of your like weird long-winded stories, and then I find myself smiling and laughing, and all the better for having spoken to you.
All right, again, we're running out of time. Wrap it up. Nick, go for it.
That's a quick comment. Thank you, Steph. That's lovely.
I think you are an incredibly, and I don't want to just focus on your physical attributes, but an incredibly attractive person. And if I was not in a long-term committed relationship, I would like to explore you and what could happen between us. And I mean that genuinely.
Because people get us mixed up together, Nick.
I have always wanted to sex me, and this is as close as I will get.
There it is. Thank you very much.
Lovely.
Thank you, Peter.
Lovely.
Another delightful party.
It's party, yeah. It's big party time. Party.
What a segment. Can I just get very quickly tell you that the last time, every time we do this, we normally post the pictures out to members in the audience who want them. I, with the last one, the person who I need to post them to is never going to get them because my partner saw these drawings on a bookshelf and went, "There's no way in the universe that Nick would want to hang on to these," and she threw them out. And I feel like young Nick all over again, going, "Hang on a second, you throw out all my drawings?"
Mom, where's my Cami sketchbook?
Brutal. So maybe I'll send Miss Jenkins those pictures instead.
Lovely.
All right, so that brings us to the end of our first segment, and means it brings us to our first ad break. Now, for those of you watching who don't know us, don't be scared. There's no real ads in this. This is a word from our sponsors where our audience get to send in literal words that they would like us to promote, and they send in little videos about those words. And then in between the two words from our sponsors, we make commercials for our audience members. So what you're going to see, you cannot buy anything that's about to appear on your screen. But let's hear a word from our sponsors.
Meet Nathan Roner, a mild-mannered game dev and VR enthusiast. But a freak jewel-severed foot accident has given him hot tub cars for feet and turned him into RollerStar. By day, Nathan must deal with the ever-crushing burden of being a brilliant indie game developer. But when the evil Dr. Pocket decides to steal all his money and not make his custom Patreon commercial for 6 months, you must use RollerStar's flowing locks of customer loyalty to smack that pocket back into place.
Patreon? More like Patreon.
And after a hard day of crowdfunding injustice, RollerStar sloshes into the pants of his lovers with his sexy jewel jet hot tub feet. And when it comes to cruising for a feed, RollerStar rolls right into the thick of it. Hungarian slop doesn't stand a chance with RollerStar's high-powered hot tub boost, leaping over the Central European cuisine with ease. And don't worry, kids. He washes up real good. RollerStar. RollerStar comes with everything you see here, plus everything you don't, including billions of hot tub-borne diseases.
Find out what common household item can kill you, your family, and everyone you love right after these commercials.
Sick of being seen? Camo!
Because you deserve to smell.
Rash, Akarash, and Buzzard.
Make this ninth life his.
Big party time.
All wood is just dicks.
RollerStar.
The Learn Programming Academy.
What the fuck did you just say?
That's wild.
Online business needs Nitrotex.
Do not take Avexia if.
Nathan.
No. It's nothing but
Yes, Timothy, this show is just ads, and those ads were brought to you by Jepp and RhysWild, and you saw a very special commercial there for RollerStar. Thank you very much to all of our patrons. If you want to become a member of our community, then head to patreon.com/backpocket. Let's move on to our next segment, a little something we like to call Very Good Gameplay. Very good gameplay, presented by Avexia. Avexia. I hear he bought an Avexia.
It's like it goes down smooth, or like another cliched ad catchphrase. But yeah,
it's an Avexia thing. Thank you very much to Avexia for sponsoring Very Good Gameplay. We talk about you enough in every single episode. You don't need the plaudits here. But I'll tell you who does need the plaudits. A little someone who we would normally be hanging out with PAX, at PAX right now, if it was in person. That's Matt Troviani, who is the creator of the game that we're going to be playing today, WrestleDunk Sports. WrestleDunk Sports, a extremely relationship-destroying party game. That's the best one to all. And there are 4 games here. We're going to jump into the first one now. A little round of volleyball. We've got 2 teams here. Pete and Gus on one team, Team Steph and Team Nick.
Oh no, I'm changing stuff. Do we want a netless court? You choose it.
Well, it's just regular court.
Yeah, I don't think we actually do change it. It's the host that changes it.
Oh,
maybe
I
okay.
was pressing stuff.
Yeah,
maybe I'd
that's
actually given Steph power.
Pete, I love your abs.
Oh man,
straight into it.
I thought I was you.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
Well,
oh, yeah, you get the kick. I forgot. Okay, Pete, you stay back. This is good.
I'm back.
This is good.
Come
That's on
on.
me.
Nice.
That's on me.
Hold that net.
That's on me. And the relationship is over just like that.
good serve. Good serve.
Oh, love
bad
it.
return.
Lovely return.
Is there a?
I wasn't watching.
That's on me. That's on me.
That's a win for us. Oh my god.
I'm on the wrong side. Oh god, I forgot. You could go on the wrong side. I'm so sorry. I can't come back.
Oh, nice.
Hang on.
Stay there. It's working.
I don't know how. There we go. I'm back. That was terrifying.
Oh, it's tense. It's tense. Nice. Good spike. Good spike.
That's good.
It's three piece. I'm gonna do a spike. Here we go. I'm back over. I did that again. I'm so sorry.
I mean, come on. I need you, buddy.
Oh,
Good. Forced errors. That's where it's all at.
We're getting in their heads. We're getting in their heads by literally jumping on their heads.
It is 4-all right now. I cannot. Oh god.
It's 5-4.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
I hate you so much.
Oh, they're over here. Nick's over here.
Oh my god, it went off the
Nick.
screen.
It did. There's different levels where a roof slowly lowers as well.
Okay.
We got this. Hey, you're doing great back there. If you want to switch it up, let me know.
I'm not doing anything. Just hanging out.
Good,
Sitting.
Steph.
Like,
good, Gus. Good,
yes. Oh, come.
It's fine.
That should. Yes.
Oh,
That
Oh no.
That shouldn't happen that way.
Gus is getting sweaty. Gus, this is what it
so
means
sweaty.
to be sweaty.
Okay, that was a bad move.
This is so
That was a
tense.
bad move by me.
This for the win. Match point. Let me do it, Pete. Let me do it.
You serve.
Sorry.
Oh, we were done.
Oh my god.
We were done. I thought we lost.
Did you?
I left the
Yes.
screen.
Oh no.
We can.
Okay.
We can do
It's a
this, Steph.
comeback.
We can do this.
I'm heading over, Pete.
Yeah, harass him. Get in their way.
No. Oh, good one, Nick.
I'm so silly. I'm coming back.
Oh no.
Oh my god,
Dixon.
Nick! If we do this, if we do this,
Go, Pete. Yep, good, Pete. Send it back. Double spike. Oh.
what a volley! What a volley!
No, I can't handle it.
Spike! What is happening? No, the world's on fire. Pete, that's you.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Gotta win by two. Gotta win by two. Gotta win by two.
Do we?
Yeah, I think so. While the world burns.
How did that happen?
Oh! Come on!
Come on. That's great. I love what you're doing back there, Pete.
This is like the world's longest rally.
Oh my god, the tension.
Wait, win by...
Steph.
Oh my god, Pete! Our tactics, what do we do?
Oh, Steph, what a scream!
Steph, the scream.
Okay. You got it, Pete.
This will be a short segment.
This is the one game. Oh! What was that? What were we doing?
I'm too scared to jump. I need to like cover the floor.
That's good.
Yeah.
Take it back.
Back. Nice.
Oh,
good spike.
Found the spike.
Okay. Take them time to set up.
Surely the world has...
I don't know what they're doing.
Oh, good, Steph.
No!
Great, Steph.
I don't know why, Pete.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
I can't deal.
Why am I back here?
For that moment.
Okay, for that.
Your dad is watching in the crowd. He's
Yes.
Your dad's going home.
Yes.
Your dad left.
Daddy, come back.
No!
Daddy, come home.
Oh, I almost missed that. I totally.
Oh, stop doing that.
Oh, Steph. Oh my god.
Oh, my face!
Come on,
my
baby.
face is just frozen in like shock.
Oh my god.
Doing the double kicks.
Yeah, the aggression.
Yes.
Oh my
Good up
goodness.
there.
Oh my goodness.
We're just playing this
Game
one
that just
game.
will never end.
We got this, Pete.
I blame Matt.
Yes, good.
Yes. Okay.
I jumped. I shouldn't have jumped. I should have covered the floor. Should have covered the floor.
Should have covered the floor.
Should have covered the floor.
Should have covered it.
Oh.
Hype match.
What the hell is hype match?
I don't know.
No!
Oh, nice move. Nice.
Nice.
No! Oh, Nick.
Oh,
Yes.
Is that it?
That's it.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Do we leave it there? Do we play it? Why would... How's everyone doing? I haven't seen their faces. I'm a bit worried.
Look at me. Look at my hands. I am
so sweaty.
Drenched
My
in actual
heart is
sweat.
beating so fast.
Why am I rubbing it on my face?
That was so epic.
We were going to play best of 3. We can keep going.
We are a rectangle, and that was like the most thrilling gameplay I've experienced
Okay,
in
what
the
about
last
we gotta do
month.
wrestling? We gotta do wrestling.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that shit's all over every game I've ever played. Okay.
It's just fun. It's just fun.
Good fun.
It really
Oh,
is.
man.
Return to the locker rooms. Hit the showers, guys. We deserve it.
Scotty is looking at me with concern. She's like, Mama, why are you yelling?
Steph, even though we lost that, I am so proud of
Me
us.
too. Me
Because
too.
we
just
made
kept,
that.
we
Everyone went
just
home a
kept
winner.
pulling it out at the last minute, you know? It was great.
Steph to the right. Steph to the right. All over
Sorry.
the right. Yep, all good. And we'll pick.
That segment lived up to its name.
I sure did.
Very good.
Okay.
Wrestling.
Wrestling?
Yeah.
Sorry. Smash ball. Wrestling.
Yep.
And everyone, it's a little. I'm just nervous. I'm just gonna.
Every time it's like this.
I know.
We have to jump in the pit.
No
just
one cares
like Gus
as much
wants
as
us
you.
to jump in the pit.
Oh, time to smash. Time to
smash.
And now the goal here
I
is
forgot-
to not get smushed.
Not get smushed. And there's go Pete. Yeah, go Pete.
Come on,
Get up on the rope. Get up on that rope.
Remember all the things he's done to make you angry.
No! Yes!
That's fine.
What spin? There's spins.
Right trigger.
Right trigger.
no.
It's
I wasn't
literally on
watching.
the screen.
He wasn't watching.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Oh,
Yes!
Beautiful,
Squishy.
Steph.
That's
you.
right. Quick, they're coming back.
No.
On
No.
the rope. Oh, I got squashed on the rope. Yes, nice. Play that. Oh, good deflection, Nick boy.
Thank you very much. God damn
Get in.
She's on his ass!
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh, the double deflect and the...
Oh no, the same thing happened. I slid up the rope.
Come here, Nick. Come here.
Come here. Oh, what?
Yes.
Yes.
You've been playing this offline, haven't you?
He really has.
You've been practicing.
This isn't APS volleyball. No!
Oh. APS volleyball.
Oh, I'm down. Pete, it's on you.
What did we even figure out what APS stood for?
It's like Victorian private school or something.
No!
Boy, too good. Oh god. Oh, we gotta kill him.
Goose?
Oh,
Yeah, doing the
You
old
are
fake out.
baiting me. I get it.
that's insane.
Oh!
The double.
Should have deflected. Should have deflected. Good job, Goose.
Couldn't beat the deflection.
Oh, if you stand on them when they spawn, you get a little.
Steph with the double. Oh my god.
Steph with the double.
She's going pro, guys.
That was insane. There was so much
We got
pressure.
him. We got him on the ropes.
We got him. You got on the other
Literally on the
side.
ropes.
We've literally. Oh god.
Well done.
Amazing.
That's a signature move.
Ah, yeah.
Crushed.
Come on online. Oh no. Oh.
Yes. Crush him, Nick.
Oh, Nick.
Come here.
Oh no!
This brings out the worst in me. Oh, yeah.
Come on. Come on, Gutsy.
Okay, someone
Good play.
win.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Good job. Good
No,
job.
we can't have another.
Good
We
job.
can't have another volleyball on our hands.
I don't. My heart can't take.
Oh, Peter.
Just say no, Peter, to yourself.
No, Peter.
Yeah. You're better than this.
Yes.
No, not like this.
I'm definitely dressed
down.
for wrestling. More than anyone else.
Pete, give me the ball.
That hurts.
Oh, wow. Nick, bring in the pain.
Where am I? Wrong one. We get so stumped.
Yes, that was insane.
First to 10? Are we in big trouble?
No, well, they didn't say match point.
That's true.
Get me down at the ground.
Might be 11. It might be 11.
We got this guy. Oh,
Damn. Yes, Nick. Yes, Nick.
Oh.
What the hell?
What was that?
Oh, that was lucky.
Oh. Nicely done.
We need to see a
Nicely
video
done, sir.
referee of that one.
Seriously,
nonsense.
I pushed him and no!
That's alone. Despite the wall.
Come on, Pete.
Nick, it's you. It's you.
Come on, Pete. Come on, Pete. Come on, Pete. No!
Just tease him out.
What the fuck? He got me the slow roll at the end. It's so brutal.
Oh my god.
Oh man. I think we got time for the. Decider.
Because we want one
Fencing.
each. We have to.
We have to
Fencing
now.
decider.
Back to the locker room.
Oh man.
It's a sweaty arvo.
That was exhausting.
All right.
I feel like I'm
God.
spent.
Totally.
So good and
Actually
the decider.
Sorry.
What's the decider?
We can do fencing, I think.
Radio.
Oh no.
You can't beat a purple team fencing.
Fencing is not my best game.
That's okay. We
Yeah,
got
I think. So this is Nidhogg-esque. It's like you've got up and down to move your sword, throw it with that one. Don't want to. Well, they're swordless. Swordless.
Yep, yeah, we got him.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, brutal.
Nice.
Oh no!
Don't jump off.
Does that count?
Maybe you need to.
We got a point. Where are the points? Oh yeah, stop.
Oh no!
Beautiful step.
God. Oh nope.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, there's
step.
actually
Yes.
attack. There's jab. I
Back
forgot
online.
jab.
I'm focused. I got this.
Got this. Go get a sword, Pete.
I got it. There's one already over.
Eyeball.
Yes. Yeah, holy shit.
I don't know how to play fencing.
Yeah, which is such crap
Nerd
because
is us.
it's like it's the nerdiest sport ever. It's the
Yeah.
most
New
like,
arena.
larpy
True,
sport.
true.
Pete, I remembered something. Ready?
Yep.
Oh yeah, this is great, Gus. I love it.
Well, I
Oh,
need
look at
to-
this. Look at what you're doing.
Oh, that! It's the dive. Ah! Dived onto his
Well played. Yeah,
goodness, we're
great
getting-
strategy.
Yeah,
Great strategy.
That was so clever.
Get him, Pete.
Oh no!
Yes.
Oh,
Nice,
yes.
nice.
Oh no! I was in a bad position. Oh yes.
What the bat? God damn it!
You fell off the edge.
What? Oh, there's
Right on the foot.
Nick. knows how to cut a gut.
Okay,
Nice.
that one's
No.
Ghost down.
Nice.
Damn.
We got
Nice.
win.
3-5, 3-5.
You got me on the rebound.
Pete.
I jumped
No!
into it.
Oh, come on!
Wow.
The throw.
I love how the
great.
stage evolved in this. I love that.
Yep.
That was
Tops
good.
down.
That was good. That was
No!
good. That was good.
I almost dodged it. I almost
Bring
dodged
it back,
it.
5 apiece.
Wait, let's get up there, Pete. Is that a platform?
Oh, you got Steph.
Oh, no, it's not.
Nick. Oh, that was amazing. That was
Pete,
amazing.
what do I do when I have no sword? Pete, I have no sword.
You,
Just go after him, Nick. He doesn't have a sword. Just go get him. Get him. Get him.
Yeah.
Can you wrestle slam him? Can you wrestle slam him?
I don't know. I don't want to.
You gotta bait him. You gotta bait him to jump off the edge. Can't you Can you hold attack still? Oh. You would have won that if this was wrestling.
Nice.
Maybe.
that's the worst thing ever. You would have won this if it was a different sport.
Nice.
Got him
Well
back
done.
of the head.
Well done.
The old
Well done.
coward's poke. Call that one.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, damn it.
Yes.
I did.
Oh, you threw your.
Well done.
My response when you throw your sword is to also throw my sword.
You can head bash them when you don't have the sword. Have a sword.
Nice.
My sword.
Oh, no.
Oh no. No.
Oh, shit, Gus.
Yeah, the foot
I
jab.
thought I
Foot
was
jab.
being
Then
really
the jump jab.
Yeah. Let's monster him.
Damn it.
Oh, max
Damn it.
point
Don't let him get the
already.
footing in. Don't let him get the footing. Oh,
Yes. Oh, well done. Well done. That match
Damn.
was incredible.
Damn.
That was
9-7.
good.
That was very good. Well
That
played.
was good. We
Well
got
played.
That got a lot closer than the rest.
Oh, that was good.
Even with Pete's abs on show.
absolutely.
What
Absolutely.
a great game. What an amazing game.
What a party game.
Oh,
I think it is my favorite party game of all time. I can't think of the last time I've had that much fun playing a multiplayer game.
And we played this once on our show before, and we had an amazing round of, I think, Smash Ball, one of the other games, where the same thing happened. It's like, this has to stop now. The round keeps going, and it kept going, and it kept going, and it was just like, we were all in fits of like,
I feel like I've just run a
sweat.
marathon. Like I'm so exhausted.
Oh man, that is is it WrestleDunk Sport, Nick?
WrestleDunk Sport.
Sports by Matt Tribbiani, creator of Hacknet. So if you liked Hacknet, there's no guarantee you'll like this because it's about as
Very
far
different.
away.
Vastly different game, but equally
Very, very
amazing,
different.
if not more so.
Yeah, and we didn't show off the best feature of the entire thing, which is all the different little costumes that your
Oh yeah.
meat
They're
tubes
cute.
can wear.
Yeah,
which
what
I
are
think is
you?
very cool.
I see a polenta finger for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh,
Polenta
yeah.
chip. A polenta chip.
polenta
Nice.
chip. Sorry,
I would
yeah.
say a
like
stick of chalk.
Yep,
Six trillion?
I was
Yeah.
thinking I was more along Gus's lines, and I was thinking halloumi. You're just pieces of halloumi.
Ah.
Yep.
Because
We're all very
I was thinking
brunch-based
cabanossi,
combat.
but like,
Okay.
crushed. Someone
Squared
stepped on a
off.
cabanossi. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I'm just
cabanossi
getting
after it's been in a wrestling match.
Exactly.
My cabanossi's been skewered. Great game. Great game.
That was very good gameplay, brought to you by Avexia. That was WrestleDunk Sports, made by Matt Tribbiani. And this is another very quick word from our sponsors.
Hey, I'm Nick Nigrotex Richardson, and even though I claim to hate anime, I can't wait to tell you all about which barely pornographic video game I'm playing this week. But I can't do that alone. I'm joined by...
It's Bryce. I'm here wearing my new Valheim t-shirt. I streamed Destiny last night. Avexia killed me twice. And I'm just happy to be here with my friends. And next to me...
is James. And I'm really happy that I woke up with a recovered wrist from last night.
What?
Excuse
I
me?
was drawing, guys. What do you think I was doing?
Right, okay.
I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Go away.
Is your thumb chafed? Calloused? Does it hurt when you headshot the wizard from the moon? You've probably got Destiny Thumb, a condition that affects 1 out of every 1 Destiny players. Lucky there's Avexia. Just apply Avexia thrice daily to the affected area. Side effects of Avexia may include heart murmurs, heart whispers, heart shrieking, jam tongue, deep vein thrombosis, shallow vein thrombosis, elephantitis, giraffe neck, Truman Show syndrome, me, myself and Irene-itis, the quakes, the shakes, the shake and bake, the bacon snake, the snake and rake, foodborne illnesses including breech banana and chicken Caesarean salad, bulging vein, bungee mane, imposter syndrome, composter syndrome, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, beaver fever, rat bite fever and Saturday night fever, facial blindness, severe facial remembrance, alien hand syndrome, mermaid foot, and, in some rare cases, destiny thumb. Do not take Avexia if you are also taking medication for Fortnite fungus or Dota dick.
Welcome back to the Back Pocket PAX panel, brought to you by Back Pocket and PAX. We saw some words for our sponsors there for Coastal City and Games with Planets, and of course, Avexia's ad, one of the OG commercials. Like, that was, like, first 4, I feel like?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. It was when we said, let's use stock footage, and then we said, let's use all the stock footage.
Yeah, totally.
It's still one of my favorites. I just love it. I love it.
And for Eagle Eye viewers, it only took us a year, but we finally updated the visuals there so that it doesn't say me, myself, and Irene-itis. It says what Steph says in the video. So finally, it's medically accurate.
Nick, you can sleep at night now.
Yeah.
But on me, it's spelt wrong, so yeah.
Okay, let's move on to our next segment, a little something we like to call the Back Pocket, completely live and on location question and answer group panel show direct from PAX.
Sure is that.
This, of course, is the Q&A. Thank you so much, everyone, for turning up. It's just really nice to see
God, look at you all.
So many people. Like,
Wow.
Yeah. I was really worried we wouldn't fill this place out. I don't know about you guys.
And sitting on top of each other feels so odd.
I see some really amazing cosplay in the crowd as well. Well done.
Everyone, congratulate yourselves by turning and licking the person next to you.
Yeah. I can see that person is Earthworm Jim. What a great cosplay. I love a character that I know and love very well.
It's incredible you could recognize that. Are we're good to start? Yeah? Okay, cool. Thanks for coming, everybody.
I went to tap my mic and realized it doesn't work like that.
I know. I was gonna do this, and then I realized I don't have hands that move. It's just face.
Gus was saying his mic doesn't work, so if we could get someone to bring out a hand mic or something,
that'd be great.
Oh, great!
So this is the Q&A part of the show. If you want to ask a question, then you can jump into our Discord and jump into the On Hold channel. I see we've already got some people in there. So let's start off with, we name dropped him earlier, but I think the Coastal City seems to be your name badge.
Up in the back row.
Yeah.
You'll need to unmute yourself, Coastal, but in real life, I mean.
Oh, hello.
There we go.
Hi, Coastal. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. How are you enjoying PAX so far?
Oh, you're just all so beautiful, and it's just amazing to be here.
Thank you very much.
Great energy, great vibe. I agree.
It's so beautiful.
One of the most vibrant halls we've been in so far.
I know. It's just like we got all the cuties here, and it's just the best.
It's true. I like the person who came dressed up as the naked peely banana thing is a particularly nice touch. The Coastal City, do you have a question for us?
I do. So my question is for all of you is what are some of your favorite moments of being in the gaming industry? So whether that's like a game that got announced that you were super excited, being at this amazing conference that we are at the moment, what makes you wake up in the morning and go, let's do this?
That's a very
excellent question.
Well, I feel like Oh, Pete's got an answer already?
I do have a quick answer because it's an obvious answer. Sorry, my hair is just falling out of my forehead into my other forehead.
It's your second forehead.
One thing that we've all been very fortunate to experience is E3. Oh no, sorry, Nick hasn't.
Wow.
Sorry.
Oh, snap!
No. Sorry.
That's where you decided to go with that?
That is where I decided to go with that.
Sorry, yes,
it is, it has been described as gaming's mecca. It is definitely a pilgrimage for people who work in the industry and even are interested in the industry. And having had the opportunity to go there, it just gives you a fresh wave of passion for the industry to be surrounded by so many people who are excited about the future of the industry.
Yeah, wow.
So that's me.
That's a good one.
I was going to say mine's kind of revolves around live event stuff. I know, everything we do is very digital. This is the most digital it could get, but and particularly missing it this year. But anything like E3 we've done in the past, we did some live shows that would start the ones that it's my favorite thing I've ever done in my career of getting to do stuff around games. That stuff was a little less to do with games and more about involving myself with the audience and the community. So anything that gives us a chance to do that, I understand the irony of my answer right now in the place that I'm at. But that's the stuff that's always been
inside your hole.
Because everything else is just what I would be doing anyway. I think I'd be playing the games and enjoying them in the same way, but this is the stuff that I get to do, or we get to do, and have got to get to do in the past. That's been got to done. This is why I'm an on-talent camera speaker person. Nick, answer. Steph, anyone else?
I have two answers, but I'll make them really short. I think the thing that I love the most, and that sort of makes me really stoked to work in this industry, is anytime I hear about people finding their home or their community in the sort of broader community that we've been involved with, be it Good Game or OG Pocket or Back Pocket, people that have found friends and found a home there. It makes me really happy when people tell us that. And then the other thing that I just really love is when I get to speak at tech conferences and stuff to people who don't play video games or maybe haven't thought about video games in a long time, and I get to show them what video games are now, because a lot of people just haven't thought about them since Pac-Man and think that they're just for kids. And when I show them, gameplay from Uncharted or, something really cinematic and with a great story, and having people afterwards be like, wow, I had no idea that games could be so mature and exciting. Maybe I'll go and explore video games a bit further. And I'm like, yes, we got another one. Converted.
We got another one.
Yeah.
You're a recruiter.
Yeah.
I may not have been to E3. But I have been to GDC. GDC was awesome. GDC has more of a developer focus than something like E3 or PAX. PAX is about community. E3 is about selling the big new hotness. And then GDC was about spending just 3 days interviewing developers, which was awesome. I think anytime I get to speak to developers, I really love that. I really love talking to people who make games. I think the idea of because we make so much content about video games, everyone who works in the game industry, or the sort of analysis, critique, content part of it, talk about them so much, it's easy to get feel a bit immune to what people, the idea that people make video games. The games just are things that just appear on our Steam page and that sort of thing. So I think that whenever you get to meet someone, then it really humanizes, and hearing just the crazy stories of how they got something to work. It never works the way that you think a game will work. So I really love that. But I would say for sure, for me, it has been the community that we've developed. That's the corny answer. That's the answer that I give to make sure that you all still continue to like me. But it is easily the coolest thing that.
And then they all are.
And then they all are. And that is, and to be clear, that is all of them. But I think the idea of when we realized that we could move this thing to a Patreon audience crowdfunded thing and it would work, that was the coolest moment in a very long time in our lives, because obviously we have a production company that we do a ton of work with, but when we went, this thing could live on its own because of our audience, then that is a sign that we not that we've built something really amazing, that the community has built something really amazing and sustained it for so many years now. So I think that's yeah, I think that's probably my favorite thing. What's one of your favorite moments of being tangentially attached to the gaming industry, Bryce?
Well, my answer is as cheesy as yours, and it's definitely being a part of this incredible community. It's such an amazing thing to be a part of. I know for me, gaming was something that I kind of just had as a side thing, and then as you grow up, you kind of lose it a bit. And then I come across you guys, and I get to be a part of it all, and it's just absolutely incredible. So thank you guys for actually doing this. It really means a lot to not only just myself, but for everyone here. I've got to be able to meet amazing new friends, and even being able to talk to you guys is really just an honor. And even to be right here, right now, it's absolutely amazing. So thank you so much.
Oh, we love you. We love you, Bryce.
You built this city, buddy.
So glad you're
Cool. Thanks, Coastal. We'll talk to you again later.
Sounds good. Bye.
Bye.
He's such a nice boy. He's such a nice, wholesome person.
The nicest.
The nicest. Literally the nicest. I see another person in the on hold. Definitely not the nicest person, but a very funny person. And someone that we like. Nicotex, if we drag Nicotex
down from the back.
Down from the back, if we drag. Thank you, Gus. Maintaining
stick
the
with
illusion.
the bit, Nick. Yep. Keep your head in the hole and stick to the bit.
Mr. Tex, have you made your way to the microphone?
Yes, I just got dragged here somehow. I don't know. I am here.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
We're good. We're coming down from those last two energetic games, so I'm sure, give us a calming question.
First of all, can I ask if you've partaken in any of the joyous convention foods that sustain us when we are at conventions?
Yes, I most definitely have. You've probably seen me being sick in the toilet, and
I've taken notes of food.
Yeah, look, there's just so much pizza and so much great food here. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, it's amazing.
Melbourne.
It's mainly just hot chips and tomato sauce.
And rubbery prawns at the Crown.
Yeah.
Melbourne. Okay, Nicotex, what's your question?
So my question is a little bit of a stressful one, but it's the pre-holiday rush. All of the games suddenly come out at once. There's a deluge of games that you want to play. How do you prioritize which ones get your time in any given moment? Are you juggling multiple games at once? How do you find the time to fit in, the long service games like your Destinies, your CODs, your New Worlds? And then kind of adjacent to all of this, given that it's impossible to play them all, how do you deal with FOMO? And at what point do you feel comfortable either skipping a game entirely or starting and not finishing one?
Oh, God.
Okay, so I'll go. I'll take the last part first, which is I many years ago learned to be comfortable not finishing video games. I think that for me, unless it's a narrative game where I'm like, I really need to see the end, the game for me, no matter how long it is over as soon as I go either A, I'm not having fun anymore, but B, I feel like I've played the game. Like I've done the loop, the gameplay loop, and what I've experienced, like what the game is trying to give me. And so therefore, if I continue to play more, then I'm just on this repeat thing. And if I don't want to repeat that, then I feel satisfied that I have finished my time with the game. I don't say that I finished the game, but I don't think I've ever finished a Far Cry game. But I just go and I don't know if I'm even going to start the next one because I did open it up with the time thing. I did open it up last week and then just quit it immediately. But the way that I guess I would balance the amount of games that I play is I tend to have one game that is always rolling in the background, like a bigger thing at the moment. That's probably something like New World. It's more like a live service game where it's something that I return to and chip away with. It used to be Hearthstone years ago. And then it was Call of Duty for a lot of this year as well. And then I sort of have three or four games that I'm dipping in and out of, but I try to not make them similar kinds of games so that I feel confused either narratively or particularly with controllers. So if I have a platformer, then I might also be playing. At the moment, I'm playing New World, a game I can't talk about, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, and I'm about to play the Outer Wilds expansion. And I feel like all of those games are different enough that I don't pick one up and go, oh god, I'm hitting the wrong button the whole time. So yeah, that's kind of, I guess that's how I manage it.
I mean, I'm the same in that I don't feel like I have to finish a game just because I bought it. And once I've got a sense of it, if it's not for me, then I'll put it down typically. But I think we're in like a really fortunate age where things like Game Pass and PlayStation Plus and stuff exist, and EA's service as well, Ubisoft service, where for a subscription you get served a bunch of games. What that does do on one hand is kind of devalues the purchase. When I was younger and didn't have as much like disposable income, if I bought a game, I would 100% it, because I was like, this was the $100 I had, and maybe I'd buy a couple of games a year. So I've already spent the money. I need to get as much out of it as I possibly can. And I think these days, like the ability to go, I can tap into one of 30 games that's on this service right now, and if I don't like it after a few hours, then I can move on to something else, I think is like a really strong thing for consumers to have, which is great.
It narrows down some of it narrows down some of those choices. I can't do what Nick does. I have my like slow burn games in the back, which is like usually a multiplayer focused game that I can come back to and just vent or have rounds with friends. But I can only do that one game that I'm thinking of finishing at once. I can't have two of them on. Then I will never finish either. So one thing that's been really great this year is that like in the past, in previous jobs and stuff, it was like I wouldn't give the time to finishing a game generally because I'd have work to do, and then if it was for review, it'd be like, okay, then it's finished for review or something, and it was like it's hard to enjoy it in that sense. It was always you were in a different mindset. I really love that this year as part of what we do with the game clubs and picking a game, and kind of maybe it's a group thing. Maybe I need the people on the left and right of me right now to also be plowing through that game as well, or just the onus of I have to do it on stream. But I've really enjoyed knocking off probably not the most, but like I feel like I've finished the most because it's such a consistent completion thing this year. So I find that's just been a massive boon to getting through games that I would usually put down, because there's so much to like in the second half of a game often that when I go, oh no, this is where I'm going to stop. So yeah, I totally agree with what Nick said as well.
Similar to the others, I don't have an issue with not completing a game if I'm not loving it or kind of driven to. And I think that's just a nature of having this job. Every week we need to be talking about something new so that we are constantly at the front of what's coming out. And that kind of means what's relevant. And that kind of means that we can't often put time into just completing everything, especially if it's a big open world anything. But I would say what I do now is I very much prioritize anything multiplayer, because I've learnt that multiplayer games, everyone kind of goes really hard on them for a very short period of time, and then it's over. And if you miss that window, it's like totally. you miss that that kind of glorious period of everyone being so obsessed with it, and it's all we can play and it's all we can talk about it, and it's amazing and it's our favorite thing until the next favorite thing comes. So regardless of what I'm playing, I will always put the latest multiplayer thing to like the top of the list so that I can be a part of that group hysteria.
But also it's got a natural app. It's got a natural app for you. It's like it's going to expire.
Yeah, and I know
socially,
that and I
so
always
it's like
know that
I can
it will.
walk away.
Yeah. And then sort of big open world multiplayer stuff is kind of what I'll do on weekends. I prefer not to stream those ones because I just like to lie on the couch with my legs in different directions and just really veg and zone out to those kinds of games. But I tend to kind of come back to them when I have like a bit of a break over the Christmas holidays, and that's my favorite time to kind of finish off open world games.
Oh my god!
No, go. I was going to ask Architects, do you get game FOMO? Is that like
absolutely 100%?
Really?
This is kind of why I asked this question, because it's something that I'm learning to come to terms with, of being capable of putting something down, it's actually being part of the Back Pocket community has kind of really helped me get over that in terms of being able to jump on the latest multiplayer thing with everyone, because everyone's so enthusiastic and wants to play it together and wants to play it with you, and it's really exciting to get to do that. Yeah, I'd say I'm probably most aligned with Steph in that, like, when it's not on, I'm just going to go to the couch, I'm going to sit, I'm going to do my single player thing and just kind of smash that out.
Maybe it's the name badge talking, but this feels like it's a therapy thing that you're like, how are you dealing with FOMO gaming? You're like, hi, my name's Nicritex.
If your therapist is making you wear a name badge, probably not a great therapist.
In chat, Fion Skeleton said finishing a game because you want to, not because you have to, is something that took time to learn. And I think that like that's so true. I think something else that like tipped me over on that was the idea that like if you think about like if a game is over like 10 hours, most likely that game has been extended in some way to like maximize the amount of time that you are in that world, to give like whether it's a value for money, whether it's like we just want to make people like talk about this game for a lot longer. It's not necessarily a negative, but I think as opposed to like a film or a book where you kind of like had a story to tell and you told it, like games have so much filler in them that when you look at games, like I look at big open world games and I'm like, I don't like the statistics on people finishing them is so minute. They're not designed to be finished, really. They're designed to be like played until you're done. So I think that like don't buy into the lie the game is telling you, which is like you have to finish this, because it's also at the same time going, I'm trapping you here, trying to make you play for as long as possible. For context, I played 96 games this year so far, and I've only finished 28 of them. So,
okay, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and also don't let Avexia tell you what to play.
I made that mistake
That's
once.
And then you end up making a half-hour video about it, which sucked up even more of your time.
Yeah,
so,
I did.
Good call.
Mistakes.
All right. Thank you for calling in, Nicritex.
Thank you so much.
Go
for
get another
having
pizza,
me.
mate.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
See ya.
Bye.
I see a Lucas Horatio in the chat. I feel like if we could drag Lucas up.
Do.
My goodness. Hey, buddy, how are you?
Lucas.
Hello there.
Hey.
How are things?
Good. This is my first PAX ever, so I'm feeling the love in the audience right now. It's great.
Awesome.
Nice.
You look a lot like the last two people who got up, but
I lost my hat, so you can't tell the difference.
Fair.
That's the giveaway.
What is your question?
So my question is, what game could be, but not necessarily your first, cemented your love of gaming? With the qualifier being like, I always loved games since I was a very, very young age, but Bioshock was the watershed moment that changed my view of games and locked in my love forever.
Good. Good question.
Oh, God.
Favorite. I mean, I'll answer a quick one because it's like it's what sprung to mind, which makes me think that must have an impact. But the first Halo on Xbox, I played so much Nintendo stuff and I loved it. I grew up with it. It was the thing that just everyone did. Everyone had a Nintendo, Sega. It was that. But then getting an original Xbox, and I went to a friend's house and watched him play Halo, watched him do the silent cartographer. I kind of just went like jaw hit the floor, and I was like, okay, right, this is. I didn't have a PC that I could play on or anything, and I was like, this is a console game that looks like a PC game or better. And like I grabbed my this isn't gonna work, is it? I grabbed a Duke, and that was for me. I was like, this is different. This isn't just a toy I have. This is something I'm gonna do a lot more of. So yeah, maybe Halo 1. I'd say that is my answer.
Yeah, cool. I played a lot of DOS games, but I don't think it was those that like convinced me, like, you know, Pharaoh's Tomb and all sorts of little like early Duke Nukem and Paintosaurus or some Designosaurus, I think it was called. All these sorts of things that were just like ideas before I really understood that games were like an artistic expression. They were more just like fun mechanically.
Yeah.
And I think as early as Donkey Kong Country 2 was the first game I had on my SNES. I realized that games were just the coolest thing ever. Like the blending of music, art, the idea of the world was so wonderfully brought together that I play Donkey Kong Country 2 like once a year. It's just...
Is that your next speed run?
Maybe.
You should. You should.
You should.
It's in my soul. Again, I might make it right to the bottom of the leaderboard, but it'll still be on there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Steph, you know yours?
Yeah, I think for me, I obviously have said it a bunch of times, the games that I played when I was a kid were mostly with friends and stuff like that. So gaming was something that I did, but I would say it wasn't until I think the first Assassin's Creed. Like I'd played a bit of WoW and stuff like that with friends, and I enjoyed it. But the first Assassin's Creed was a really like a how else do I say it, but game-changing moment for me, because I think the way the historical aspect, being able to play an assassin, the way the story was told, and the movement mechanics in that game was the first time I'd felt this real incredible freedom as a character, but also being so involved in the world, and the way it was presented was just really. I just never seen anything like it, and I had no idea that games could be like that. And I fell in love with it, and I suddenly kind of started thinking about video games in a much more serious way than, as like Pete said, as something that's just kind of fun and a way to spend, recreational time. It was.
You should speedrun it.
Gus has just recorded himself, and he's just putting on a.
Yeah, he's gone. He's making a coffee in the kitchen somewhere. Yeah.
Mine is such a dumb answer that it's so not me in every possible way. But I basically took I took a bit of time off games between like being a teenager and an adult. So from about 2000 to 2006, I didn't really play video games. So I loved them as a kid, and then I just like fell off them, whatever. So it wasn't until I got my Xbox 360 that I went. And then I just bought a game at JB Hi-Fi that I was like, okay, I'll try this. So the game that really cemented that for me was Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter.
Wow.
Because it was the first game that I played on the 360. It was fine. I think it's looked back on as being like, I just looked at the Metacritic, it's sitting around 80 or something. But what it was is like, having not played video games for 6 years, because it came out in 2006.
Coming back to him.
I was just like, what the fuck is this? Oh my god! Oh my
You
god!
walked out of one of Steph's seminars or one of Steph's tech talks, and you're like, I didn't know they could be this.
Welcome to what video games are now.
And so
all light blue HUD, that game from memory.
Oh,
just
such
HUD.
light blue HUD.
Such
so
HUD.
much light blue HUD. But so even though that's such a like dumb answer, it was actually the game where I just went, oh wow, like God, I really have missed a lot. And then I think I played it, and then the next day I went back to JB Hi-Fi and I bought like 10 games, and I just went, oh, I'm actually just back in, and I just never looked back. I just went, this is like my number one hobby. So yeah, even though BioShock, phenomenal game, doesn't match up to that blue HUD.
It's a good one.
Thanks, Lucas. We'll enjoy the rest of your first PAX, and hopefully we'll see you live at the second one.
I hope so. I hope to see you there too.
Beautiful.
Yay.
Thanks, man. Thanks for calling
Lucas.
in.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
I reckon we could power through 2 more questions. We're just gonna,
I reckon we can too.
Yep.
Grab them aggressively from the audience and pull them down.
Rob, we're bringing in Rob first. Rob Anglicon, I think I want to say. Anglicon? Rob, how do I pronounce your last
Stick
name?
with the first one.
Callaghan.
I'm going to go Ancalligan.
There
Yes.
you go.
Nice.
Wait, did he say I'm going to go Ancalligan?
Yeah, he's just winging it.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
his
I do
name.
not know how to pronounce your own last name. How are you, Rob?
Good, hang on. I've just got to mute something else. Okay.
Which would be weird in real life if someone
No,
said
he's
that.
listening. He's listening to a podcast.
He's muting.
AirPods.
He's, yeah,
I had Discord
This
as well,
American
so-
Life.
Sorry, I had Twitch on, so Twitch is off on Discord. So
Oh, that's very confusing for you. How are you, Rob? How's it?
I'm
How
good.
things?
I'm good. So back to the name. I think I'm going to go with calling it Ancalagon. It's a dragon of Morgoth from Silmarillion. It's one of those words that you read in the book when you're 16 and you never actually hear pronounced, so you've got no idea.
Yeah.
And is your name Rob, or
I'm Rob.
are you planning to steal from Callaghan?
No, I'm Rob.
Okay, good.
Got it.
Cool.
Good.
I do love that
Glad
where you read a book and your head doesn't know how to pronounce a word. You just recognize the shape. It's like a triangle or something. So when
And
it
then
comes
later
up,
on, when you talk to someone who also read the book, and you're like, what about Scarvalavla? And they're like, that's not the name.
Yeah.
Silmarillion is so good, though. But we got to power through these questions.
Rob, what's your question?
Right, yeah. I heard this thing called nut chat's taking off. So to the panel, what is your favourite type of nut?
Okay, good.
That's a good bloody
Great question. Steph, you love these questions. You go first.
Yeah. I'm going to have to say a chocolate-covered nut is my favorite kind of nut.
Oh, that's such a good answer.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's such a
I'm
good
going to say
answer.
a salt-covered nut like a pistachio.
Oh, that's a very good question as well. Angus.
I've forgotten the actual nut, but you know when you get them and they're like caramelized? They're like they're caramelized.
Like a macadamia.
A caramel-covered nut is what you're
Caramel-covered nuts.
Caramel covered.
Yeah.
Nick,
What
do you cover your nuts in?
I love nut-covered nuts, where it's just a bunch of nuts,
Clusters.
and then it's a nut durkin where you just put bigger nuts, smaller nuts into bigger nuts.
God.
But
Rob,
what's
yours?
I've discovered hazelnuts. I love hazelnuts. I've said that I love hazelnut chocolate more than any other chocolate in the entire world. Rob, what's yours?
Well, I'm a bit of a salty peanut.
Baby.
Really,
Like beer nuts with a bit of the film still like.
Oh yeah, do you want the red shit on it?
So the peanuts, the skin's good. I just had a look at the kitchen bench before this. I've got there's pack of peanuts, almonds, pistachios, which my 4-year-old calls mustachios. So that name
Good.
is
Cute.
and controversial because are they even nuts but cashews? So yeah, the house is
Throw them in there, mate.
Is that a controversy that I'm not aware of?
They're more legume.
There's a fruit. There's a bit like the whole tomato thing. It's a
So tomato, I say mustachio.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Rob,
thank you very much,
legendary.
Rob. Excellent question. Excellent question.
Cheers, Rob.
Thanks, mate.
Final question. I see contrast in here. Let's bring contrast in. Contrast. You need to unmute yourself, contrast. Hello, welcome to the show. How are you? What's your question?
Still muted.
Still muted. Contrast.
Still muted.
Contrast. We're on a time where can
Contrast, still
I
muted.
unmute them? Can I unmute contrast?
No, you can't.
No, you
Change
can't.
user and muted.
I'm just gonna make up a question that I think contrast.
We have their question.
Yeah, we got their question. They would have asked something around the lines of, if you could choose one held game to take while camping, what would it be? That's what I think they would ask.
Yeah, I was just going to be much more subtle about it. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
One handheld game to take while camping. What would it be?
Mine's Tetris. I'm camping. I don't want distractions. I want something just like a book by the fire. I don't want to get lost in a world. I'm camping. I clearly want to be enjoying what that is. But around the fire, you run out of things to talk about. A little bit Tetris goes down well.
I think probably Animal Crossing for me. I really enjoy that as like a meditative experience. And if I'm out camping and I'm out in nature, I kind of don't want to be doing anything action heavy or stressful. I'm just, I'm tending to the plants in real life and I'm tending to the plants digitally. And that's how I achieve synergy.
Lovely. Pokemon Blue.
That's a good one as well.
Why, Pete? Nick?
I would take an iPad with a board game like Scrabble or something on it, so that I could. I'm not sort of reverting to my own thing. I'm like.
Would you play it with other people you're camping with? Is this a social thing?
Yeah, that's the point. It's a social thing. Over the fire, we roast some marshmallows and we roast each other in Scrabble. That's the correct answer.
You can get a link cable. I'll trade with Red.
Oh my god!
Over the fire.
Stop bringing up Pokemon. All right, thank you very much.
Contrast is here. Say something really quickly. Contrast.
Just say hi.
What do you say? What's your camping handheld game?
It's got to be Pokemon Red. Got to go classic.
Oh, God, get off there. Get off the stage. Get off the stage. All right, thank you so much, everybody. That was a little segment we like to call the Back Pocket, completely live and on location question and answer group panel show, direct from PAX. And that is our.
We're still here.
We're still here. Hi, there we go. Welcome everybody back to the show, and if you just joined us, well, you missed out on all of it, and it's time for us to end. So thank you very much to everyone who hang out in chat, watching live. You can catch us on twitch.tv/back_pocket. If you head to backpocket.gg, there are links to everything we do, including the podcast, the merch store, everything you want. And a massive thank you to PAX as well for putting on such a great event. So excited that it can go ahead in the way that it has already, and stay tuned on this channel because there's more good PAX stuff coming up with the, I believe it's the Megathon final.
Yeah.
And the last time I watched this, there were some Pocketeers in the running to make it to the grand final.
Vega Bus. I'm not sure if they made it through the last round, but we desperately need to go because you guys have got some fun content coming up.
Let's back
so
it up.
There's only one way to find out if they make it, and that's to watch. Thank you very much, everyone, for hanging out. We're gonna back it up.